My name is Nicole Troutman. I'm a research and instruction librarian at Tennessee State University. And in this series, I want to share with you the open educational resources that our library has to share with everyone. And this means anybody in the community can use it. And this means the general public, broad community. What an open educational resource is free scholarly information available to people. So you don't have to dig through pay or deal with paywalls that a lot of this information is hidden behind. You don't have to necessarily be a part of a specific library system or a specific university to gain access to it for cheaper or free. This is free stuff for everyone. So you can use it for your research at home, for your school assignments, to help your kids with homeschooling or their own school assignments. I mean, this is good information for everybody. So if you would like to subscribe, please click the link at the bottom, the little image at the bottom right-hand corner of this video. And let's get started. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Google or whatever web browser you have, and you're going to search for Tennessee State University Library. Here's our link right here. Go ahead and click it, and there's our homepage. So, in order to get to our open educational resources, you want to go to Use Our Services. You're gonna come all the way down to Scholarly Communications. And here you're going to go down to Open Educational Resources. This is our research guide for open educational resources. This first section here, getting started with OERs, explains what open educational resources are all about, how they're beneficial, how they work. So if you want to learn more about it, this is the place to go. Over here, you'll see a menu with a bunch of different subject areas. So if there's a specific subject area that you are trying to research and you want to see what's available through here, feel free to browse. Today, we're going to go to General OER. And this has open educational resources that are broader and cover a lot more subject ranges. I am going to show you OER Commons. This is a great resource I stumbled into on our website, and it's absolutely fabulous. It's just full of information. So the first thing you will want to do is actually make an account on here. Let's hit search and see if that brings us there. Oh, I'm already logged in. Okay, so what you want to do is up here, there should be a login, create account button. Click there, make an account. It is free, and I will show you why it is important to have it. It makes access to these resources easier, and you can also save them, which is super handy when you have a ton of resources you're trying to sort out and you need access to, and you don't feel like going back and searching for them again and again and again. Because sometimes you'll have a broad range of results, and going through all those results can get really exhausting. So we are going to search for Old English just to show you an example of how this works. And we have 52 results. Now we can lower these results by going over here. And let's choose education level. So we make sure that we're reading stuff for, whatever level we're trying to do our research for. Let's pick graduate professional and college upper division. And then come down here, you go to primary user, I'm going to select student. And then I'm going to select language because there are things I have researched and you will find articles in many different languages and it's a lot to dig through. So if you can cut out anything that you aren't going to be able to use, it makes it a whole lot easier. So now we're down to 12 results. Another option, oh, well, and I didn't choose, so you could also choose educational standards. There's a certain standard that you need to use. Subject area, if you want to hone it down by subject area. Though I personally would do that after because sometimes you might lose some of the good results doing that. Every now and again, they don't fit quite right. You can also do material type. So if there's something specific you're looking for, if you look for a lesson plan or an activity, you can pick that. You've got lectures, lessons, depending on exactly what you want. If you want to just hone it down to a specific type of material, that will also lower the amount of results you have to dig through, and it will be what you want. If there's certain license types you want to confine your search results to, you can certainly do that here. Content source is another option. You can also select media formats. You got text, HTML, downloadable documents, video, graphics, photos. The list goes on. Educational use. So you can say if you're using it for curriculum or instruction or informal education, other. You got assessment or professional development, whatever you're trying to use it for, it will actually make sure it gives you results that fit that need. And then providers. Now this is neat. This has search for providers here. I'm going to get a little further into this later, but when I found the providers list, they actually have a number of colleges, museums, libraries, that are providing these resources on this website. So if there's a specific place that you want information from, go ahead and type it in, see if it's there. Now, another option when searching is to go to advanced search. It has a lot of the same filters, but it's in a slightly different format. So here we can type Old English. You got your education standards up here, search by languages up here. I'm going to pick English. While there are many languages I wish I knew, English is the only language I know, so it will be easiest for me to read these articles in English. You've got your subject areas here, your educational uses over here. There's your material types, and they're all sorted out in this list. So like you've got what counts as activities and assignments. You got your activity lab, your assessments, your homework and assignments. You got class guides, the student guide, and a syllabus. Courseware, so you got full courses, lectures. So you can search for them like that. So member activity. So if you only want items that have a rating on them, you can select there. If you only want items that people have commented on or have tagged, you can select those. If you don't care, you don't have to select any of them. Sometimes what this means, what this shows is the popularity of a certain article. So it will show that it's used a lot. And, that can make it kind of useful. So you got your rubric evaluated, your content source. Here's our primary user list that I selected from. Choose student. Here's our education level. Now this is really cool. I like the education level over here because it's much broader than it was in the filter section on the last page. You could choose specific grade levels, and of course it's sorted out. So we're going to choose graduate, professional, college, upper division. Here's your media formats again. Accessibility, so you got visual, auditory, textual. If it's captioned. So if you have any issues with certain senses, this can help you to find material that you are able to use a lot more easily. Here we've got license types again, and we can go ahead and click search at the bottom. And here we go. Here are our results again. Now, the reason it is really important to have an account is, let's say we're going to check out this Old English and Beowulf article. You can view the resource, or you can actually save it in a folder. As you can see, I've been doing some Shakespeare research on this page, so that's a folder. We'll do create new folder, Old English, create and save. You can only do that if you have an account through here. This gives you access to the sources. This gives you the ability to save the sources so that you don't have to go digging for them again. You just come back, go to your account, and click on your sources from the appropriate folder. So now I'm going to show you around the site a little more. Over here we have Discover, and you've got resources, collections, and providers. So here are resources. We've got your subject areas, your material types over here. So if you want to just start with that specific thing, you can open it up and browse. Let's see. And you can search in that subject area here. Over here, we've got collections. Now, these are kind of neat. So it's like here, we've got AI resources for educators. So if you're an educator and you want to learn more about AI, this is a good place. So what they do is they take collections of really good resources in these different areas and make them available to people. So you can have stuff that it's recommended and you know it's going to be a good resource, and you can just check these sections here for what you're looking for. As you can see, it loads more and more. We've got open textbook library, which I have to say textbooks can be so expensive, especially at the college level. So if you can find them here, that's really handy. So yeah, and you can just browse through here and you can look and see if there's a collection that will work for you. Now over here is where I found all of those different providers. Here we got 23andMe, Academic Senate of California Community Colleges is here. Arizona State University, Australia Education Research Organization, all of these different places providing open educational resources for you to access at no charge. And as you can see, it's all over the world. It's not strictly United States providing these. So everyone's involved. And you can go through here and see if there's specific providers that you want to search through. All right. Hubs. You can search the hubs. I'm not a member of any, but you can actually join a hub if that will help you with your research, or if something you're interested in. Like here we got K through 12 teaching and learning. You can join that hub, and that'll help you to interact with other people who are involved in that, and you guys can share ideas and connect. So there are a number of hubs you can select from if you'd like to browse those. Here we have groups you can join. So, or you can create your own group. So this is neat. Like if you've got like a class or something that you're working with, you guys can have your own group so you can all see the resources that you're using. I believe you can create your own hub too. And you can even add, as they say here, add OER. You can actually add content to this page as a member. I mean, it's very exciting. You can share stuff, you can get stuff. So here we got Hawaii Math Common Core, Adult Education OER Community and Resources, So you can join these groups or create your own group. Here we've got Learn More, and this talks all about the website. So we have the About, where it tells you all about open education resources and how they're using them here. You can learn about the Help Center or go to the Help Center if you have any questions. And of course, if you can't find what you're looking for in the knowledge base, you can ask the question here and send it in, and they will keep in touch. Solutions, forums where people discuss issues or concerns that they're wondering about. Here we've got about hubs. It tells you exactly what the OER Commons hub is and how it works. So you can get more information on it if you want to dig into that before joining anything. And we've got services here. So it shows a number of things that they provide. These services you may wind up having to pay for because it involves things like different software and things like that. But these services can actually help you to build your own OER structures and make it more discoverable, things like that. And then OER 101. That will teach you about OER. Now let's scroll all the way down the bottom. So over here, you've got that discover the community. It's your hubs and your groups. Like I was saying, it's groups of people you can actually work together. Here's where you can create. You can create open author or submit a resource. So here, I believe you write your own. Yeah, here you would write your own article, paper. So if there's something that you publish and want to make available, you can do that there. Over here, we've got the services again. And then over here is my account. So when you've got your account created, you've got your items, you've got whatever groups you're with, and you've got your hubs, and they're all sorted out so you can go straight to the section you need to get what you need. So if you want to look at your articles, you go to my items, and it'll show you your folders. So you can select so that you don't have to go through them all. If you go to my groups, I don't have any groups, but it will show you your groups. You go to your hubs. You can go to your profile if you want to make any changes to it. So yes, this is OER Commons. And again, if you would like to subscribe, click the little button at the bottom right-hand corner of the video. And I really hope to see you again for our next session. Have a great day.